about wedding?
I thought about it.
Do you take this man to be your husband?
I do.
She has thought of every detail. He, however, has not.
True love really has no prize. Where's the men's rings?
Just pick one from the bucket.
Sure, he hasn't been thinking about this ring for the past 20 years, but he still wants it to be special. After all, he thinks she's pretty special, and all he did was swipe right.
Honey, I want you to have something special, too.
Welcome to manlybands.com, an online store that knows the one thing that men want is to not go to the store.
It's beautiful.
We sell rings online, but if we had a store, we guarantee it would look like this. Manly Bands makes it easy and affordable to get a band that will fit perfectly, both literally and figuratively, because Manly Bands has wedding bands for every kind of man. Like this man, and that guy, this dude over here, and this man. We even have rings for this wuss. We make our amazingly manly bands out of traditional materials like solid gold, titanium,
Tungsten.
in addition to non-traditional materials like dinosaur bone, meteorite, antler, wood, camo, Cerakote, and you can even add diamonds and gemstones. They even have matching sets for him and her, or him and him, or even malian and femalian.
Jealousy, jealousy, jealousy.
We'll even
What's up, everybody? How's it going? How's it going?
What's up, everybody?
Oh, hold
How's
on.
it going? How's it going?
Testing, testing. All right. So big day, big day. Been a while since Soviet Bear. Thanks for coming in, stopping in the stream. Appreciate it, my friend. But I hope everybody's doing good, man. It's been a big week of Star Wars. So obviously, here's the two boxes. I'm gonna slide them to the side. I can sit down and you can. All right. Much better. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing great. It's been a big Star Wars week. We had Celebration that happened last week, and that seemed like it was a lot of fun. I hate that we didn't get to go. Me and Kels have been to two of them, one of which I got engaged at, actually. And we hated to miss this one, but it was just going to be an expense that we weren't going to be able to swing this year. Obviously, maybe if I bought a few less of these things, maybe we could have swung it. But that's beyond the point. Anyway, I bought these a year or so ago. But yeah, so Celebration looked fun. Couple new things there that got released in the Hot Toys realm that looked pretty cool. Both of the clone troopers that have the speeder with them, I think that looks pretty cool. Especially the double one that has the he's like the heavy trooper or something, but he has the double. He has like the sidecar on his speeder that you can put one in. I think that's pretty awesome. I actually bought a deluxe 501st today because they waitlisted right after I did it. I think I got like one of the last ones because literally right after I did it, it waitlisted like within a couple minutes after that. So I was glad to get my 501st deluxe. I wasn't gonna get it until I had plans to get that kind of clone. I'm gonna have a whole clone kind of shelf. I'm thinking about getting one of those what do you call them, I can't think of the big boxes that they sell. I can't think of the name of the company that does them, but Moducase or something like that. Those look pretty cool. And if I'm gonna do a big, kind of long, elongated setup where they're riding on those speeders, we're gonna need a little more room than the old Detolfs back here. Love my Detolfs, but they're not even full yet. But they have an issue when it comes to height and length. If you have a figure that's not just kind of like a standing person, becomes a little bit difficult. So I don't know. That's just one thing to think about. But yeah, a lot of stuff happened there. So you had those guys were released. They kind of talked about those. None of the other releases really like grabbed me, and I was like, oh, I gotta have it. Other than those two, I was really hoping that we would get the Clone Wars Obi-Wan to go with the Anakin. But that didn't happen, and the Padme didn't come out, nor did the Mace Windu. So I don't know. I feel like they're kind of cashing in on the clone thing right now. I think they've realized that if they make a clone variant, it's gonna sell, right? I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna sell. It's gonna army build, and that's gonna make them money. So I can't fault them for it. And the clones that they're releasing are cool, but I just feel like they're putting less less precedent now on the actual characters. They're just kind of like, well, what clones could we make? So I don't know. I hope that kind of stops. I want more Jedi. I originally started my collection behind me just with I said I was only going to do Force users, and then Din Djarin came out and that changed that, and then Rex came out and that changed it again. So this guy today, the Anakin that we got, is actually going to be the first true Jedi I have. The other is Darth Vader, so he's Sith. But I wish they had more Jedi out that you could get right now. There's not a lot of Jedi. I don't really want the Rey or any of the sequel figure stuff, so I don't know. But yeah, man, Celebration looked fun. The next one's going to be in Europe and London. I don't know that we're going to get to go to that one either, though it does look like they're going to try to do a yearly thing now, so that's cool. But you know, I don't know. We may try to swing it next year and go to London, but that, I don't know. I'll tell you the reason I don't want to go. It's not because I don't think it would be fun or anything like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I like to buy a lot of stuff when I'm at Star Wars Celebration, and having to get that stuff back on a plane sounds like a absolute nightmare. It sounds like that would take the fun out of whatever fun you had at Star Wars Celebration that week. So kind of how I feel about that. So that's why I don't do that. But you know, it is what it is. So you know, we've kind of talked about this before, but my previous collecting was in Black Series before I actually realized what Hot Toys was and started looking into them, and got sick of all the re-releases on the Black Series side. And but got some cool ones up here up front that I collected over time. One of them actually is from a Star Wars Celebration, so you have the Darth Maul Episode 1 here in the original box. Or the original packaging that they did when the movie came out. So this one's really cool, really sought after figure. I have the Obi-Wan that also goes with him, but just have him, you know, sitting out here today since we didn't have Obi-Wan. But he's very cool. I'm not a Black Series unboxer, so all mine stay in boxes, and if they're really special, they get the little, you know, not a crazy protective case, but a little bit of something. So I'm going to put these aside as we kind of talk about them, but this is just my old Black Series collection that's still hanging around. Some of it's in the detolf behind me, but we'll put that there. Top of the board. Okay. The next one is the Clone Wars Anakin. So we're actually going to get the Hot Toys version of this is actually what we're going to unbox. So this will be pretty cool. Christian Bosch, sheesh, what up, bro? So this is one of the ones that we're actually going to unbox. So there's the 6-inch version of Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker. Pretty cool. This was one of my favorite figures that I had the chance to pick up when I was collecting Black Series. Yeah, pretty cool figure there. One that I always loved and didn't, you know, I don't know, it's one that I actually like played with when I got it out of the box, is, I don't even remember who made this, but there's a line of Star Wars 6-inch toys that they do in this kind of samurai Japanese type style, and very cool. I thought the Darth Maul was one of the coolest ones. You could pose him like this, where he's kind of, I don't want to make those splits, but he's got the, you know, saber out in front of him. He's got this cool, I don't know if you could tell, but his face almost has like the mask or whatever on it, and then his saber is a little bit different, you know, as far as how the blades and stuff look, his shoulder armor. I always thought this guy was cool, so I just pulled him out of, I think I actually had him in the detolf back here, posed up, kind of standing there. But I think he's one of the coolest looking figures. I didn't get any of the other ones in the line. They have a Darth Vader and all the other ones, but the only one I ever got was Darth Maul. And last but not least, we have Anakin, just, you know, 2014, right before he was Darth Vader Anakin. So, pretty cool figure there. Got it in the archive line. Wasn't able to get my hands on the one that they released. I think it was like maybe the black or the red line. But really cool figure. Obviously, I have him packaged up because he's special to me, or he's in the protective case. So, pretty cool figure there. The only thing with like this figure is I always thought his skin was kind of pale. Compared to what Christian Boss's, or not Christian Boss, what Anakin's, what up Christian Boss, you got your name dropped again, what Anakin's skin looked like in the movie, but you know, it is what it is. So we'll put those aside and we'll get to the main attraction here. I'm pretty sure this is Maul, and that's the one I want to open first. I think this is, yeah, Star Wars: The Clone Wars DM. So I want to open Maul first. I don't want to open from that end. Our trusty little scalpel out here. Christian Boss, how you been, bro? Hope you've been doing good. I was actually telling somebody earlier I'm thinking about playing some PUBG after I get done unboxing these figures. Here we go. Here's the slow pull, guys. Oh yeah. Oh man, that box art's pretty cool on this one. Pretty cool pose he's got going on. We may try to do something similar. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it through the actually like square it off. You're not gonna be able to see it probably through the, oh, you can see it through the plastic there. Doesn't that look pretty cool? But I don't keep these in the packaging, so we're gonna go ahead and start to get them out here. So this is Clone Wars Maul. So some of you that are doing a lot of racing in PUBG, I hear you, man. You better be a PUBG pro. So some of you might know, a lot of you probably know Darth Maul from The Phantom Menace, right? That's the main movie everybody remembers Darth Maul in. But for those that don't know, Darth Maul eventually did come back. He's not dead after Obi-Wan chops him in half. He actually comes back and he gets metal legs and all this different stuff. He never actually died there. He used the dark side to kind of keep himself alive and will himself alive. And so eventually he escaped from whatever that little shaft was. I think his brother Savage comes and gets him. And they go and, you know, they get the metal legs and everything from Mother Townsend. So pretty cool. Oh yeah, man. I'm on vanilla OBS right now, so it's not too bad. It's not too different really from slobs. It's just like you got to figure out like the naming conventions are a little different, but yeah. Anyway, here's the box. I think the slip cover, so the slip cover comes off like this. I think under the slip cover is the decorative box that they give you that you can keep them in, the sarcophagus. So I'm going to kind of pull this off and let you guys look at it. You're actually getting to look at it before me. Check that out. Oh, that's cool. That is a cool box, man. Definitely one of the few boxes that I will display. And I almost want to display him in it. I got to figure out how. So if you can't tell, this was something that they encased Maul in. It's like a force-sensitive tomb almost. And in the show, this lights up. It's kind of like red, illuminated back behind this glass here. Oops, sorry. And it looks really cool. And I've seen some people do it where you can place him in here and illuminate that red light, and you can see his face. And it's a really cool posing scene that you can do if you have Ahsoka, him, and Rex. It's a shame that you kind of have to keep him in this box. Maybe you could just do, I think there's multiple head sculpts, so maybe you could just do one of the other head sculpts and just kind of place it in there, and then you could keep him separate on another shelf. But let's go ahead and dig into our boy here. Go ahead and put this over to the top cover of the sarcophagus. There he is. There he sits in there. So I do have this, I have a secondary camera that I can go to. Apologize, I don't know what this is going to look like real quick. You just see my little... But we can go to close-ups with this guy was what I was thinking. We'll see how this works. So, but anyway, you're not, I mean, I can't really even see him, but this is him in the box. He's covered up by so much plastic, it's hard to see him. Let's go ahead and get that plastic cover off. Tape going on up here. Okay. One plastic mold gone. You get everything off of him here, and then we'll show him off on the camera, both cameras. Oh man, I'm loving the. We're giving a lot of hate on the face sculpt, man. I think it's really good. I know that there's probably previous Mauls that they say are better than this, but I really like the old metal legs look. Yeah, that's the. I think that's kind of unique to. And not something a lot of people know. Like when they see Darth Maul, his metal legs on your shelf, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, why does he get, bro? Who is this? And why does he have metal legs?" And you're gonna be like, "Bro, that's Darth Maul." Come on, off with a foot. Come on. Plastic. Go. Legs and stuff. Sorry about that. So, out of the box, this is what he looks like. Pretty cool. He just has like, he has some more plastic and stuff up here is why you can't see his paint. I'm sure to keep his paint application safe. But let's show him on the other camera here. Just isn't a great camera. Apologize, but if I do it like that face sculpt. And it's just not wanting to focus, probably because I'm shaking it everywhere. Kind of zoom out here. See Baby Yoda over there. Hey, Baby Yoda. Yeah, that's him straight out of the box. Anyway, I'm gonna put this other camera away for a minute. We may come back to that. No, I'm not. I didn't love the presentation there, guys. Sorry, but I think you can see him pretty good on that camera up above. So that's him there. And let's go ahead and take some more of this plastic off. I don't think he has a ton of accessories. You could do a few things with him as far as taking tunic and stuff off. I'll be honest with you guys. I am really excited about this Darth Maul. Do not get me wrong about that. But I am super excited to get to... It's a magnetic head. I'm super excited to get to the Anakin figure. It's been one I've had that Anakin figure on pre-order for I don't even know how long. Okay, so he's got his belt's kind of like velcroed on here. Very cool detail on the belt here. Leather belt. Some like leather stripping type details that got like some hair and stuff on them. It looks like some places for maybe a lightsaber to hang. Pretty cool. You take this off. You take that off. His tunic then comes off, I believe. I'm always so delicate with these things. I'm afraid I'm gonna, which rightfully so. Pretty expensive. So he has this little tunic that comes over the top of him like this. Other shirt deal going on here. Strip off of him. Playing a little strip. Those little shoulder armors come off, which I must say, his shoulder armor has some pretty cool. Let's see if we can get anything I want to do. So The shoulder armor has some very cool, like, pitted texture in it. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it there. So very, like, pitted type texture to it, like battle worn. Very cool. Kind of, I don't know if that's a paint effect. Looks like a paint effect that they put over the top of it. Here's the head sculpt. I don't know how. Seems like that camera's pretty cool. I like the head sculpt. And you can, this is one of the few head sculpts that has the movable eyes. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Put his head right there for now. Go ahead and take other shoulder armor off. Shirt comes off. Off now. More plastic on. Greaves come off, so. Little nubbin. They really covered up his paint job. That's pretty cool of them. I wonder if that means the paint is pretty delicate on. It's the first Maul you can actually like take his shirt off, and he has this kind of painted effect, which I think is pretty cool and might be how I display him. I know some people have kind of said they don't really like the way it looks because you can somewhat see the arm creases, but I think it looks pretty awesome. I'm being really delicate because why would they put this plastic on this paint? Delicate. All right, there. Man, they really. You could smell the paint. Huh. It's definitely one that you wouldn't want to have anywhere near like a window. Not do. Come on. Bicep is too strong. Is holding on. There we go. That fresh paint smell. All right, let's throw his head back on so you guys can kind of put the head. And I think he's supposed to also back on. Put his little hands back on him. Diff. New paint. All right. Frankenstein pose incoming. Look at that. I think that is so cool that they took the time to do the paint and stuff on him. I actually think that this is probably the way that I'm going to display him with his saber out and his shirt off like this. I just think that's awesome looking. I don't know how well. Let me see if I can change. Hold on a second. Gonna see if I could possibly. Blasted it away altogether right there. Not showing up now. All I can do is add a little brightness. Well, you can kind of see that. So, actually, it's a lot better than it was. Wash it out too. All right. Yeah, you can kind of see that he's got the paint apps on him there. Pretty cool down the arms too. So I think that's pretty sweet that you can do him like that. Let's see what else we have in the box here. Because I know he does come with some other stuff. Oh, you probably want to put his greaves and stuff back on him. He'd look better in that pose as well, but we'll get to that. Alright, so take the clamshell off here. Throw it to the side. You got some instructions. I think he does have a light up feature, which is the saber, but probably not gonna. Honestly, don't mess with the light up feature. All that. Unless they're easy. Like they have some now that are coming out where they have remotes. That's the way to do it. Okay. So here's the rest of the stuff. Oh, he does come with this cool hood too. Oh man, I forgot he comes with the hood. Oh man, we may have to pose him with the hood on actually. I know we were thinking about doing him. Maybe you could do him. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to leave this tunic off. And I'm going to put this and the hood back on him. I think that would be. I don't know if it'll work. So you get the hood, another accessory. You get some more hands. So he's got some, you know, obviously some force type hands going on here. There. The one that's a lightsaber grip. Another one that's a lightsaber grip. Okay, this is my beef with the light up feature. So light up feature is cool. He has a light up saber that you can do. This is the hilt for it here. But so this is the hilt for it here. But you can see his arm and got the hilt. The problem is if you want to do him like this, which is I think kind of the coolest way to do him, the arm doesn't have paint effects on it. It's just black. So it would look really, really strange if you wanted to have the light up saber on the one with the shirt off. So I think they really dropped the ball right there. That's kind of a mistake, in my opinion, on their part. There's a little switch here on the underside that you can kind of see there. But yeah, I don't know. That to me, they dropped the ball on that. If you have them all dressed up, I guess it's fine. Otherwise, kind of silly. Okay, so here, this is what I was wondering. All right, so then here are your painted hands. All right, good deal. So they took time to paint the hands. You can see you had the same grips as we got out there in front, but they're painted. They have the red and then the black on them. So, I don't understand why they didn't paint the arm. I think that's a little bit strange, but whatever. So let's put all these out here. More hands, so we're putting more hands out there. All the painted hands. Pretty cool. That looks pretty sweet. The red kind of traveling down the hand. We gotta get a better camera for that right there. I apologize if that's not better, but it is what it is. Then we got the lightsaber hilt. I think he has one of the cooler hilts in Star Wars. Big double-bladed hilt. 2 red buttons on it. Iconic hilt in Star Wars. You get the motion blades for the hilt. You can go motion, want motion. Or you can go just the regular blades. Little toothpicks. It comes with also, so if you guys have seen Clone Wars, I think he eventually kills a 501st Trooper, and he takes their arm piece that has the communicator in it. So you can pose them up to have that communicator on them. That's what that is. Yeah, see, it's just like a clone arm piece. To me, they kind of didn't finish the paint job on it. To me, those buttons, I don't know if you can tell, but those are buttons right there on the top. To me, those should be painted a different color. But they're just kind of the same paint application as, I don't know. I think that's kind of a, I'm not happy about that, but it is what it is. So then you got the base, regular Star Wars, dark guy base, the black with the does have the name right. I always check that, but it's just the regular base that they do with all the Star Wars characters. You also have the crotch grabber here, kind of the older style of those, but okay. So there we go. That's everything. The rest of the stuff in here is we got some extra pegs, it looks like. We have the tool where we can move his eyes around if we want. These are pretty cool. You stick that in his head. I thought he came with another head sculpt, but he only comes with the one head sculpt. That's a little disappointing as well. A figure of this caliber, I would have expected to come with another head sculpt. Scoot over to the left. So, but anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pose him up the way I think I'm kind of gonna have him until my Ahsoka comes in. Once my Ahsoka comes in, I'm probably gonna do a little bit of a different pose with him. But I don't know. What should we do? Should we just do his classic saber out in front? Kind of posed back, bending the knees. I think that's my favorite pose for him. With the instruction booklet. It says here, has anything. So the hood Oh yeah, it does attach to the little leather tunic. You don't have to have the other one on. Eyes can be moved around. You get the clothes on and off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do him. Okay, close him up. So face out of the way for now. We'll bring that back in. We're gonna take these black hands off, these gloved hands, because they don't look right with what we got going on here. And let's see. So he does, when he does his saber, I'm trying to think. He like sticks the saber out in front. I'm trying to get a reference image here. I can't remember what hand clutching the saber. We'll Google image search here real quick. So it's his left. Pull back. So left hand. Saber. And then a right-handed, where he's kind of holding it, his palms kind of like this. Oh, we forgot to put his sleeves back on. Oh, good. Sorry guys, I'm no posing, but I'm excited to get to the Anakin, so I'm pose him up. Go. Work with me, work with me. It. Why so serious? Okay. Now we want that later. We want, I think actually, how it goes. don't know that. I thought it said in the instructions the hood. Just on the yeah, you gotta have that other tunic. No hood then. I think he looks pretty cool. Just like that. I think that looks pretty awesome, even without his the rest of his garb on. You know, the brightness looks like it's too much on that. Camera's crap. We gotta get a new camera, chat. Pretty cool there. But let's go ahead and put the sabers in as well, and then we'll off this pose. But I'm probably going to pose them differently in my shelf eventually. Pose them. I like the just standard lightsabers. They have some length on them. Hey, is not wanting. There. Whew. That ratchet was like super tight, I guess. Oh, we're gonna have a problem there. packaging on there. I didn't even see. All right. What up, Crimson? Trying to get this guy posed up. Not gonna take too long with it. You're gonna get the gist as soon as you see the pose. 1-4 here. Clean it up later. Once I get a true stock image. So, boom. There we go. And there you go. You got your Darth Maul. Let me turn him around here and let me take a look. Probably not exactly. Like I say, he's not exactly how we want him. You get the general idea, though, of the pose that I am going to go for is kind of the one where he's turned to the side. He's got his hand back, and he's looking at Ahsoka, like, about to whoop that ass. There we go. There's Darth Maul. Pretty cool figure. Overall review on him. I wish he had another head sculpt. I think it's a little bit ridiculous that he doesn't have a secondary head sculpt, just with a different facial expression or something like that. I think that's a little bit of a cop out for a figure of this price. And then like I said, I think they kind of screwed the pooch on the light up arm because it doesn't have the paint effects on it, and so you can't display him like this. You'd have to put the tunic back on and display him like that. So I don't know, there's some things that they did with this figure that aren't 100% what I would have done, but it is what it is. They did what they did, and but I really like it. I think it's great overall. The paint effects on the feet and the metal legs are really, really cool. It's like this almost like sandblasted like effect, and the leathering and stuff is good. There's this one arm greave, which is the split one, which I guess they give you the split option so that you can put it onto here. But the split in it is a little bit 2 pounds. Kind of closed up there. That's a little better. But yeah, overall, great figure. Definitely going to look great in the case. So I'm excited to get it in the case and all that type of stuff. But yeah, cool stuff. All right, let's move on to, I guess, overall rating on this figure. We're going to start doing like an overall rating. Overall rating on this figure, I give it like a... I'm going to be tough. So if you've ever seen the guy from Barstool that does the pizza reviews, Dave Portnoy, I'm going to be tough on my reviews here. So the scores, just because it's a 7 is going to be like, that's really good. A 7 would be really good, and then from there you go to like outstanding to a 10. So I would give this figure like, can't put it into the 8s. I'm gonna give it a 7.8. 7.8. That's the ranking on this figure. I just think it's missing some things that could push it into the 8s, which would make it like really a really good figure. But for the price and everything, if you don't have them all in your collection, I think, and I don't, I think this is a great piece, great Maul. And I love the metal leg version of Maul. I actually like his get up here. His outfit here is one of my favorite outfits that he wears in the show. So yeah, great stuff. All right, let's move on to Anakin, star of the show. So I'm gonna put a lot of this up now. Leave Darth Maul standing there in all his glory over to the side once I get all of this out of the way. All right. On to bin number 2. All here. Okay. Man of the hour. I ordered this figure was I think this was the second figure I ordered from Hot Toys. The first figure I wanted to order was they had unveiled the Clone Wars Obi-Wan. And I was like, oh man, that's a sweet ass figure. As you might know, as somebody, if you collect Hot Toys, the Clone Wars Obi-Wan is still not out. I think that was like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago that they announced that figure. And so since then, they announced Anakin and released him before Obi-Wan could get done. So I said, all right, well, if I'm going to get an Obi-Wan at some point, then you have to get the Anakin as well, right? So they actually double boxed this one like I asked. They didn't double box my Maul. That's okay. I did not get the stat. And it's for reasons that we were kind of discussing earlier. I don't have anywhere I could display the stat. I just don't have an area. The VTOLs, from what I've heard, will not hold the stat. So, yeah, I didn't get it. So, I don't know. I don't think I would ever display him on it anyway. I think it's a really, really cool accessory if you were to get it. But the way I want to display my figures, especially the Jedi figures, I don't think I would ever end up using it. So, not extremely sad. But yeah, so since, you know, I was going to get the Clone Wars Obi-Wan, had to get the Anakin. I think he's a great looking figure, but just release the Obi-Wan already, Hot Toys. Just do it. Do it for me. Do it for me. Oh. A lot of mess going on over here. All right. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-wee. Anakin is probably, it's either Anakin or Luke is my favorite character. A lot of people like Darth Vader. A lot of people like the dark baddies. Clone Wars Anakin or Return of the Jedi or after that Luke are my favorite characters. So really happy to be able to add an Anakin to the collection because previously, obviously the Grail Anakin to get is the Dark Side Anakin for Revenge of the Sith, where he's fighting Obi-Wan, where he's Anakin, but he's Darth Vader still. That is, you know, one of my wish list figures, one that I will hope to get one day. But I think this figure is right up there with that figure as far as coolness factor, and if you like Anakin, really can't beat it. Oh my gosh, what a cool portrait. Very cool. Very cool portrait. Him kind of standing in some fiery, I don't know, pit or lava. Oop, coming at you, chat. Kind of doing his force. That's probably the pose that we're going to go for, the first pose that we do. And it looks great. All right. that out. Right off the bat, they're gonna give you your. Geez, we already got the holograms right up front here, so you do get quite a bit with this figure. There's quite a bit of accessories. So first batch of accessories here. Fill them. So I know people that would buy this set literally just for this little piece. I know people would buy this set. So you've got your hologram Ahsoka Tano. And I must say, they did the pose and everything, the way she stands for the hologram, they did it just right. So you got an Ahsoka hologram. You have a Yoda hologram. Can't really see him. Hard to see. You can see his little pointy ears. There's Yoda. Kind of standing there with his cane and everything. And then you have what looks like, yeah, this looks, I don't know, it's the Ewan McGregor version, I guess, of Obi-Wan. So you get 3 holograms. That's pretty good in and of itself. You get the grenade here out of the packaging. So you get the one circular grenade that they throw, like a little circular thermal detonator. And then you have the top piece, which they use this in the show a lot as like a mine. So it's like the top piece of that thermal detonator, but they just can like stick it on things. So you get one of those. Get what I believe this is a, yeah, this is your hologram projector. Want to project one of the holograms. You get a few different hands. So you get a lightsaber hand, another lightsaber hand, and you get some force hands. You get the 2-figure force hand. And kind of like an open, almost choking gesture, but not quite on the other one. And then he has interchangeable shoulder armor. So this shoulder armor, I believe, is going to be the little more battle-worn shoulder armor. Different shoulder pauldrons that you can put on him. Then as part of the, I think this is like the special edition without the staff, you get, everybody in Star Wars now has a poncho. So I guess that's the new thing. So you get your poncho. The official Anakin poncho coming out this summer. Not much to it, but there's your poncho. Got wired in it too, so it is wired. So you could do some cool posability with this thing, possibly. Got like kind of a little darker stripe down at the bottom, and it's gray. Okay, pretty cool. I like that they wired it. That's a plus. Definitely a plus. That. What else we got here? So this looks like the top piece come off. Get it off. All right, now we got our boy sitting in. So, love that fresh hot toy smell. There he lost something out of the box. Sorry for the there he is sitting in the box. Take him out here. We almost dropped our batteries, which I wasn't aware that. I guess he has a light up arm. Or light up saber. Yeah, he does have a light up saber effect with an arm. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of that, but you know, props to them for sticking it in. We got some extra pegs. In case you break one. Or some So you do get the lightsaber arm. So same thing, just a black arm, but he has, you know, fully clothed figure, so don't worry about there. But you get his saber, you know, and cool. And then get just his saber by itself. So you get the saber with the just regular blue blade. And I must say they did good job on the paint effects for the saber. A lot of times people cheap out on that, and it's just that cheapo type looking plastic that you see. That's kind of like molded plastic, but that looks really. You have the in motion saber, vroom, 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 which is pretty cool. I want to try to do a pose with the in motion saber. I haven't done that yet, but I do want to. Possibly. So you get that. Here's the way they made that work. Go ahead and pull our boy out here. Dun, 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 dun. Plastic sheathing off. Man, look at those locks. Got some nice hair. They did a really good job on the hairpin. Oh. That is not a magnetic head. I don't think. I like the magnetic heads. I think that makes it kind of deal with, but that was the step I missed last time. Why it was so hard to get that thing off of the boot. There's a little piece of tape right off. Surprise! So I can tell you, I've already felt legs. I've already felt like how his legs and stuff move. They seem a little. They don't seem loose. I mean, they are ratcheted. I don't know. That's just new. Maybe I'm just not used to the ratcheted body limb. I think this is the first figure I have. This piece off. All right. I may have been wrong. These may be the undamaged. Got the damaged version. Okay. So here we go. We got our boy. Got some plastic head. Yeah, not a magnetic head. So and okay. But man, it looks great. Look at the presence. Is awesome. And all of the paint effects. I'm really impressed. You're not going to be able to see it probably very well. But the paint effect that they did on the hair, they really good job. I mean, that looks really realistic, but it's the molded, sculpted hair. And his face sculpt looks perfect. I mean, they did a spot-on job. Now, obviously, it's Clone Wars Anakin, right? But it's Hayden's face sculpt, so I don't know. Some of you might have a problem with that. I like the way that they're doing the live-action versions of the Clone Wars characters, but they're kind of doing them, you know, with the real likeness of the actors that played them. I think it's awesome. Pretty cool. Because if somebody comes in and they see a true Clone Wars Anakin sitting on your shelf, those boots don't. A little bit of give in his ankles, but not much. Okay, so not much you can do as far as posing his feet. Whatever. There he is. See what else we have in the box. more things. We have the regular Star Wars base again. Does have his name spelled right. On there. There. You're in. And then let's pull this guy out because I think, yeah, they've got the cape. Get this caped version, which is pretty cool. I don't ever remember Anakin wearing a cape in the Clone Wars, but I think it's pretty cool that they added this in because it gives him almost a Vader type appearance with him being Anakin. Cool, so probably going to pose him with this. Man, but just check out all of the stuff you get. Man, all of the accessories. You get the poncho, you get the extra arm pauldrons, you get all the hands, the detonators, the you get the holograms, 3 different ones, Yoda, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan. You get the regular saber, you get the motion saber, and you get the light up effect saber as well. So not to mention the cape cloak as well. And man, that's, and then if you do get the one with the snap, you know, obviously you get the snap. So I think this is a great figure, especially for the price. It wasn't too crazy. Look. Oh man, it's like this felt. There's no way I can't display him with that. This is so cool. You know, it's probably not canon per se. I wish they would have put some wire in it as well. That is so cool. Okay. Very cool. That, and then it's hooked to chest plate. Kind of put that cloak version on. Man, I don't know how I want to display him now. So one head sculpt again. I guess they're doing the one head sculpt because I don't know why, man. I wish they would give you a few different ones. I understand you gave us a bunch of accessories. Really like that. Okay. So what pose do we want to do? Kind of like this one they have going on. I don't want to put on Man, I think that's so cool. I wish they would have put wires in it. Because if they put wires in it and you could kind of like flail it out like that and have it blowing in the wind, I think that would have been ideal. But just to kind of pose him with it, I think is pretty cool. Isn't he? Why did they not add the wire? Add the wiring. He's got a big butt on him. I was wondering why his cape was sticking out. It's because he's got such a big rumpus on him. But anyway, there you go. So that's him with the cape kind of flowing around. I don't know, now that I have it on, now that it doesn't have the wire effect, I think I like I really like this, but I wish it had wire in it. Why did they not add the wire? Why? It's too many Hot Toys. This one has. Man, this is just a better piece too, because this armor, you're not gonna be able to see it. Maybe you can. Actually, you can. This armor piece to allow him to be able to move a little better, to move around. Look, it has like flex in the armor piece, so that you can move him around a little better. That other piece does not have that. I mean, it's just an extra kind of little thing. I wish they would have. Okay. We have two options. Yeah, we could put a fan in the. It's a heavy cape though. It's really like quite heavy. You can kind of see that. It's like a thick kind of suede material. It'd take a pretty significant. Kind of blow it around. All right, we have two options for a pose. First option, Kells Bells. Tell me which one you want. First option is he's going to have his saber kind of pulled back behind him, and then with his other hand, he's going to kind of be giving like a gesture like this, so almost like a Vader, "You will join me" type motion. But he's going to have his blade back behind him. So that's one. Or we could bring in the use of the holograms, and we could have him looking at like maybe a hologram of Ahsoka. So I don't know, which one do you guys like more? You guys want the more battle type of pose, or do you want to do the one where he's kind of looks like he's in communication with maybe Ahsoka? What do you guys? All right, I'm hogging all the Vader view, or the Anakin. And he looks so good. Anybody? Whoa. Drink. Hologram? Okay. I'm gonna do the hologram. Those Kells Bells wants. What Kells Bells wants, Kells Bells gets. I think in the other hand, I think I am still gonna have the saber in his other hand, so it's almost like he's talking to Ahsoka, but he's kind of in the middle of some shit. Sound good? Bend. That. Have wire in his oh, shit. Does have wire in his tunic. Sure. Okay. Above me, lovely. The Badger, gonna walk. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Nope. All right, I think that's pretty cool. There he is, kind of standing. Just kind of have to place this in here. Ah, so delicate. There we go. Boom. There they are. Those are the two newest figures. My collection. Pretty cool. I'm really happy with both of them. Dainty. I thought it was delicate. Dainty. But so ranking on this figure, I still got some posing I want to do with it. You know, but this isn't really, I don't want to use this as time to like pose and everything. So, but I just kind of want to get the figures out of the box and give my thoughts on, give a review. I think it's very good. I think this was a good idea, but I think it was executed a little bit poorly. I think if you're going to have wire and stuff in his outfit, then they should have added wire to this cape. I think if they added wire to this cape, this is definitely the way I would have been displaying him. But without the wire, I don't know. It just kind of hangs kind of flat and doesn't add a lot of depth to the actual figure. So that's kind of the way I felt about that. A lot of great accessories with him. You get all the holograms. You get the detonators, the hands, the blades, the sabers. You get the interchangeable pauldrons with damage and not damage. So overall, I think it's a really good figure, especially if you were to get it with the stap. I think that would take it to another level as well. Yeah, you could do something like that. Kind of drape his cape over his arm a little bit to have it come out a little more. Yeah, you could definitely do something like that. That's a good idea. So yeah, overall rating on this figure. So it definitely pushed into the 8s. It's high 8. I'm trying to think if it pushes into the 9s. I'm gonna give it an 8.8. Gonna get an 8.8, 8.8. That's the I can't push it into the 9s. If it had a couple more accessories, just things that came with it that I think that would have done well. Had they put wire in the cape, I think that would have been something that would have definitely upped the value of it a little bit. I do like that they did the poncho and they put the wire in the poncho. So that would be a cool look too. You know, I could put the poncho on him right there, the way he's standing right there, and that would look pretty cool with the poncho kind of flying in the wind. So I give it an 8.8. I think it could have easily jumped into the 9s with a little bit more. Like if they added another face sculpt and they made that this cape wired, I think it would have pushed it into the 9s. But 8.8, that's my rating on him. Yeah, he's only got one head. Both of these only came with one head, Kells Bells. I was saying, I don't understand why they usually always send multiple head sculpts, or there's usually multiple head sculpts with each figure, but they did not do that with either one of these. So a little bit disappointing there. That's why I can't push this into the 9s, and I couldn't push the Darth Maul into the 8s because it just the stuff is not there. But the price point is good on both of them. Definitely both are going to look awesome in the shelf. Like they're already. Anakin's probably my favorite figure right now. The only figure that would be competing with him would be the 40th anniversary Vader, and it's hard to beat that figure. That's quite the figure. So, you know what it is. I really like it. I think these are both awesome figures. I think if you have the chance to get them and you don't have another Maul in your collection, definitely pick that Maul up because I think he's a great figure. I think there's some cool stuff. Like just the fact that he's posed there, sleeveless, he has the paint apps. And I'm telling you guys, like in person, the seams and stuff look bad when you see them on like pictures and stuff. But I'm looking at him in person right now. I can't see the creases in his arms and stuff, like through his paint. So I think that is an awesome look that you can kind of reveal the paint job and stuff, the tattoo on him. I think that's a really cool look. And he's got the metal legs, so I think that's a great figure. And then the Anakin, I mean, he speaks for himself. He's got his Clone Wars blue and purple, you know, with the armor on. Once, if they ever release an Obi-Wan, oh my God, they're going to look so good together. Like, I cannot wait till the day I can pose basically him, Ahsoka, and Obi-Wan and Rex all together and just have that crew look so awesome. But that's it. That's going to wrap us up for tonight. So I appreciate everybody. I'm going to go ahead and turn the second camera off. I appreciate everybody that stopped in tonight and you know, took a look at these figures. You know, if you guys ever have questions, if you're in the chat out there, or you want me to pose them a certain way, or you want to know, you know, maybe what certain things are made out of or what they look like up close, always feel free to ask me. I'll be glad to do that. But yeah, it was great, great unboxing these guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll be back again. I know the next figure that I have coming in. I know the next figure I have coming in is the 501st Deluxe. So I did give a 501st Deluxe clone. So he'll be coming in next. So we'll do an unboxing for him coming up. And then after that, I think unless they finally ship my Ahsoka, we're on quite a waiting. I don't think there'll be any more figures until like at least not ones I've ordered. So I think after that, the next one that would come in is I ordered the Mandalorian Luke, which is a great looking figure. But I don't think that comes in until late this year, probably next year. And then same with some of the stuff I bought this week during Celebration. None of that stuff's going to come in. Just the way it is right now with it's just the way it is right now with the way shipping and stuff is. Like they charged me, I think a few weeks ago for the Anakin, and I thought he was going to ship, and he sat on the waiting to ship list for like ever. And I finally contacted him, and they said, you know, yeah, he's in our warehouse or something that they basically, they're just backed up, you know, they can't get to it. So this is what it is. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm going to put these guys in the shelf with their brothers and sisters. And yeah, I can't wait to look at them, repose them. There's definitely some different poses I'm going to do than the ones I have them in right now. But this was just kind of get them out of the box and show. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Always appreciate anybody that comes in and talks during the chat. Makes my life a little bit easier and have a little fun to get to interact with you. So anyway, till next time, everybody take it easy upon those noobs. Peace out, guys.